Activity 3. Yes? So, activity 3. Alfredo, say, what was the worst part about this activity? We're talking about activity that breathe in and out with the straw in your nose.
Say jump is not
Jumping was the worst
jump,
thing. Yes?
jump
Why?
because is no activity with is no activity regularly and track is no activity.
So, what you mean is that you don't exercise that often.
Only
You play soccer, right?
yes, but no, yeah,
Not often.
yeah, no,
Not anymore or not often?
no often.
Not often. Okay.
Only
On weekends or once a month
once a week or two,
or twice a week.
twice a week.
Okay.
Right.
So, what could happen if you were forced to breathe like this? If you were forced to breathe.
I don't be good with my breath.
You know what?
I don't be good.
You won't feel good. I won't feel good, right? The breathing through a straw or using any other device.
The sensation,
Oh well, you are going to talk. Yes.
the sensation,
The sensation.
the sensation is the
It
drum, drum,
is drum. What is drum?
agua,
You feel suffocated
suffocating,
while doing that activity with the straw.
because what is it? The oxygen,
The oxygen,
no.
oxygen,
oxygen,
uh-huh,
up on the hand.
the head.
Yes,
You can take the oxygen to your brain.
brain,
The brain, or you mean head? Both.
both.
Both. Okay. And Mr. Going back with you, would you be able to do all of the things you currently do, Mr. Trujillo?
What?
Would you be able to do all of the things you currently do if you were to breathe using a straw or
I'm saying not really.
not really? You would say no. No, you wouldn't be able to do that, right? What about you, Mr. Josephat? What will happen to you? Would you able to do all the things you currently do? For example, you work, you go to classes, you go swimming, you maybe do many activities. Do you think you would be able to do those things if you need something to breathe with? Or if you had something obstructing your breath,
You need to breathe.
to blocking your uh-huh. Would you be able to do it? Yes, no. What do you think?
Complicated.
It would be complicated but possible. Yes.
Possible, yes, but it's complicated.
Mhm.
But
But it's complicated. And Angel, would you have to alter some of your activities?
you have to.
In the part the coordination,
The coordination,
the coordination and the joint,
the jump.
and the rise, the
Raise your hands.
yes,
It's difficult. It was difficult for you, a little bit difficult.
yes,
Why?
because the activity no no realize cotidianamente.
Every day.
Every day.
You don't do it every day.
Yes.
I don't do it every day,
I
so
get
that you feel. But the question is, what could happen if you were forced to breathe like this? Forced to do it every day. You have to do it this way. So, what would happen to you? What could happen in your life?
I like agitation.
Agitated.
Agitated.
You will feel like, uh-huh. It
eh,
is. You will feel like hyperventilate. Hyperventilate. You will feel like that. Yes. Just like just couldn't or have problems to breathe, so that is hyperventilate. Yes. So, uh, so you will have that kind of problems. And you think you could do everything you do regularly? You would be able to do so if you had to do or to breathe in through a straw, for example.
Teacher,
Uh,
why this document?
why is a this is an activity called experiential learning. Yes.
Is that prevent
It's an
for smoke or what?
yes, to so you avoid smoking.
For
Yes.
experience.
Because well, we'll discuss later about that. That the main activity here is that experiential learning, so that you realize what you're learning. We are using the language through working in different activities, not focusing on the form of the language. Yes, but we're using language in a purposeful way. Yes, we're just using language differently. So, next, what about you, Hugo? What was the worst part about this activity, Hugo?
Need the oxygen when is what.
What it was time for you.
Yes,
Okay.
because this activity is irregular for a day for me.
Okay. Is you don't do that often.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the thing. Well, and what could happen if you had to breathe like that?
Uh, Problems to breathe.
You will have problems to breathe.
Yes, because I don't can. Uh,
You won't have
I
what?
don't can breathe and jumping uh, of equal time.
Mm, you would have. Okay. So, that's activity number 3. Please answer activity number 4 and we continue, right?